You can do this at home exactly the same way. Shake, and straight away you can see it turning into chocolate. And in the bowl we've got 8 ounces of caster sugar and 2 pounds of, basically it's like a margarine, or you could say it's almost like a butter, but it hasn't got the bad things in it. So fix that onto our machine bowl. Yes, I have used it previously. Just lock that in. We need to be mixing this up to around about 70%. So get her going. And then we're going to do this until she's nice and light. And that's it. So I'm going to pop some of this in, vanilla essence, just a little bit. You see that's actually getting light really quick. It's warm in here, so it will do that. I would say at this stage you can scrape it down, but we're not going to bother with scraping because I think it'll be fine. Because that looks as though it's actually mixed on the edge, even so. So it's all coming together now. It's getting nice and white. Right, and that looks fine to me. In there I've got 2 pounds of white flour. This is straightforward baking flour, all right? So we're now going to knock this down onto, I guess, slow it down. 30 be plenty. And now we're going to start adding in the flour. Now you only want to put in half of it at this stage. And if you're going to actually put anything into the machine, use one of these. So I'm going to knock this back up to 70. Now I'm going to knock it back down to 30 and add the rest of the flour in. And you can see that's mixing quite well, isn't it? And it looks as though it's taking it off the bottom of the bowl as well. So it's not much scraping down. We haven't got a lot of stuff in here really. So we'll knock this back up to 70. Now we're going to give it a scrape down, so we're going to turn it off a minute. So always turn that back down, we'll open her up and give her a sort of a scrape down. Now it does pick it up from the bottom, I've noticed. So the paddle does work, but the harder stuff does collect on here, and knocking back up to 70. Just give that a few minutes on that. 2 minutes is going to be plenty long enough looking at it. Right, that's ready. Now this is basically a pause button because it's obviously helping. And that's it. Right, we'll get and pipe that out and see what we think about it. It's now time to put your oven on. Your oven temperature wants to be around about 400 Fahrenheit or 200, just over 200 Celsius. Now that's for a non-assisted oven. Now you need to adjust it slightly if you're using a fan assisted. We'll get on now with piping the Viennese out. So that's our tray. This is a straightforward metal tray from an oven. What we need to do is put some paper on it, like this. Now I am liking the consistency of this. but I'm concerned that it might run in the oven. You want to keep them like that, spray out on the tray, all right? I'll get another tray. Because the idea, you want a really flat area, really. This is the important thing. Flat tray is more important. Now, at home, you probably won't need to make as many as this. There you go. Let these stand now for around about, in fact, you can give them an hour. And all that does is makes them go solid a bit. In the bakery, I normally leave them for around about a good 2 to 3 hours, then bake them. Or even so, make them the day before and then bake them off in the oven. We're gonna get our first tray of Viennese in. Now you'll be baking these for around about 20 minutes, give or take, in an oven temperature of 200 Celsius. Oh, our Viennese are ready. Look at those babies. They're looking pretty cool, aren't they? I'm now going to go and try and see if I can get 3 trays of Viennese in this oven, just to see what they're like when they're baked. So that's the 3 lots in there. We'll see if they flow. I'm quite happy with the ones that just come out now. Should have been a little bit lighter, but that's fine. So we're going to say that they'll probably take 20 minutes, these will. Just keep an eye on them. We don't want them to burn. We're going to do the Viennese filling. You've probably seen this before. This is fondant, okay? You've remembered me making this beforehand. We're going to just put some of this into a pot. And then we're going to pop that straight into a microwave. So I've got 15 that side. So I want 15 tops. Right, this is nice and runny now. Look at that. And like you've seen in one of my previous videos, now to turn that into chocolate, all we need is to put in some chocolate. There you go, your chocolate chip. Grab a handful, and that'll be plenty. Like that. And then just mix it in. And straight away you can see it turning into chocolate. And that's how to make chocolate fondant. Now I've got a recipe for this and a video. The link is in the description. And please subscribe to the channel if you want to. There we go, that's all ready. Now, very simple. Get some of this and put it over that, like this, okay? And that's it, that's all you do. And then you put the top on. And that's your Viennese, like that. It's that simple. Once again, usually in the bakery I'd have piped it on, but today I'm just doing it here. Put the lid straight on, like that. Yes, you do get occasionally a few breakages. And that's that. All we do then is let them dry a little bit so you're able to pick them up properly. This is our chocolate. Just give it a good mix round. 2 minutes in the microwave, it's fine. Obviously, you probably use the little tiny bars, and that's it. And what we do is move these out of the way because we don't want to get these covered over the top all the way. So just dip them in like that. Shake them about like that. Okay. You can do this at home exactly the same way. Shake. Like that, see? How easy is that? I know you're saying it, that I've been doing this for years. Yes, I have been doing this a good part of 50 years. Dare to say, I haven't really lost my touch, really. And especially when you've got to do a few of them together. See, 2 at once. As we say, 2 hands, twice the money. Believe me, that's not the case. This is not this is not speeded up footage, by the way. This is it. This is how it's done. Well, there you go, folks. If you're liking this type of content, please subscribe and please share, and check out that link there. That's to buy me a cup of coffee if you want. But don't forget, check that video out there. That's just what you want to next. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters! Look at those.